Namaste. I bow to the divine presence in you. It is Wow Wednesday. It's Wonderful Wednesday. It's Wake Up Wednesday. It's Winning Wednesday. Are you declaring and decreeing your day? Don't let your day create you. You create your day. Well, this is Michelle and I'm your motivator. And in today's Michelleology Involution Meditation, let's get this day started. Let's get our energy. You don't have enough energy, I'm going to send you some. Sending out that energy, that frequency, that power that you need to accomplish everything that has been destined and promised for your life. It is a good day. No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, no matter how you're feeling, this is the day God has created and made and formed and purposed and destined for you. Not you, just for you. So today we are going to meditate on what is or what are you calling? And I'm not talking about it on the cell phone. What are you calling? And we're going to read Romans 4 and 17. So it says, as it is written, I have made thee a father of many nations. He was talking to Abraham. But whatever he was saying to Abraham, he's saying to us too. We are fathers of nations. While we're so caught up in race and we're so caught up in color, we need to get caught up in nationality. We need to get caught up in the nation. So, as we begin to look at this, it says, I have made thee a father of many nations before him whom he believed. So you have to be in the pediatrics. I always say the pediatrics of coming into your true authentic self is believing. But once you reach the belief form, you move forward to knowing. Even God, who has quickened the dead, and calleth those things which be not as though they were. And so we've talked about adding ETH on to any word means it's a continuous, it's continuously happening. So what are you calling? Okay, let me give you an example. Since this virus hit, or since the seed was planted in our minds that there was a virus, that there was a sickness, that there was something going on, every day there has been something on the news or in the atmosphere talking about the virus. And so we, as the people of God, have joined in with the world and continuously calleth the virus. So how do we call it the virus? We make it a part of our conversation. We make it a part of our thoughts. We make it a part of our world. Am I saying there is no virus? What I'm saying is we, as the people of God, if there is a virus, because there is a virus, when there is a virus, we must call those things that are not as if they already were. So even if it wasn't a virus, when we began to call it, it became one. So what I'm saying now, it is in the reverse mode. It's time for us to reverse it. We've called it long enough. This is the 9th month of 2020, and we've been calling the virus for 9 months. Now it's time to birth in your authentic self, where you begin to call the things that are not. So right now, healing or the getting away of that particular virus is needed. We need healing. We need to establish that we, who are creators, will need to or will to call the healing. Yes, if my people that are called by my name. See, the call is greater than a title. The call is greater than someone acknowledging you on a platform. The call is from within. And when we begin to operate in our calling. Our calling doesn't have anything to do with the title. Our calling has everything to do with who we be from the inside out. And so you have to set your imagination to begin to call forth healing, call forth the anointing, call forth the annihilation of the COVID-19 pandemic virus. When we as a people begin to join, not connect, we begin to join. When you connect, you can disconnect. But when you're joined, that means you're embedded in. We as the people have to begin to call for the healing. We have to call for the greatness. We have to call for the power. We have to call for those things, those tools that we're operating in from the inside out. See, when we call those things that are not as if they already were, we move from believing that it can happen to knowing that it will happen because thy will has been done. And when we join our will with God's will, we begin to call those things and they begin to manifest. It's like it's 100% guarantee that when we call things, they come because we are a commander-in-chief of our lives. So when we begin to call those things, they will begin to happen because the calling is an energy. And as you increase your energy, as you increase your frequency, as you increase your power, all of those things can increase in the calling. Yes. We want to meditate on that. We want to focus on that. We want to place our attention on that. We are the called out ones. The church is interpreted as called out ones. We speak those things that are not as if they already were. We begin to move in a different arena than those that are not within the kingdom. So we have to motivate ourselves. We have to activate ourselves. We have to enter into our true self, our true authentic self. With this being the 9th month, I am helping you. I am the one that is going to help you birth yourself into your authenticity. Yes, I am the one. I am the one that is going to birth you. I'm your birthing coach. I'm going to help you push out your authentic you. So the very first thing that you have to do is meditate on calling you out of all this matrix, out of all this situation, calling yourself out first. When you begin to call yourself out first, then you can call other things out. All these other things shall be added unto you. When you begin to call those things that are not as if they already were, that means your faith begins to be a gift and in place and moving. It becomes a now substance. Now. You move from out of next week, next year, next month into your now presence. So yes, meditating and activating the call. What is it that you are calling? What is it that you will to call? What is it that you will for your life, for your family, for your finances, for your mentality? It's just one call away. You begin to open your mouth and open your imagination. Activate your frequencies and your energy points. Increase the Christ-mindedness, your power, your prophet that sits on your shoulders, that governs your mental. I know you thought the government was in the United States. Washington was in your state. The government is your Christ-mindedness, your mentality. So let's begin to call. Let's begin to call. Let's begin to activate. Let's begin to annihilate. Stop calling COVID-19. Stop calling this a pandemic. Again, from the words of Apostle Springer, this is a plandemic. Begin to plan and call those things that are not. Call them as they were. See them as they were. Imagine them as they were. Well, this is Michelle, and I'm your motivator. And I'm motivating you to meditate and medicate the calling that is in your power. Yes. I don't know what you need today, but guess what? You better call it. And when you call it, it must come. Because you're a creator. And you have the power of God. And you have the prophet that is on your shoulders. Your prophetic word. Your prophetic mind. Your innovation of who you are. When you begin to call it, it begins to come. Whether it's positive or negative. But I choose ye this day which one you're going to serve. I choose to call the positivity into my life, regardless of what's happening on the outside. There's a revolution and involution on your inside where you have to take responsibility and begin to change your life and call it into the way it's supposed to be. Yes. I need somebody who is getting this to just shout out, I am calling it. That is our mantra for today. I am calling everything in my life to be as I will to see it. Well, this is Michelle, your motivator. I'm all excited about the calling. I don't know if you're excited today about the calling, but whatever it is that doesn't look right, if it wasn't before you called it, it became when you called it. Yes. Woo. We're in there. I'm excited about it today. So remember, you've been created by the Creator to be creative. So start creating your creations today and stop duplicating. You got to call those things. You got to call them. They are not going to drop out of the sky. You are, or you have dominion over your land. So if I were you, I would start calling my money, calling my health, calling my family, calling my healing. All of that is in the call. Well, may the love, joy, peace, power, yes, and the call and the sound-mindedness of God be your soul food for today. What are you calling? Have a blessed one.